there. I think it's time for some stories. So let's see who our special guest is today. I have a monster. Are we having monster stories? Oh, you're hungry? So are we having stories about food? Sort of. He said he's a special kind of monster. What kind of monster are you? A donut monster. So does that mean we're having stories about donuts today? Well, let's see what happens when you give a dog a donut. This is a book by Laura Numeroff with illustrations by Felicia Bond, and it's published by Balzer and Bray. There's the dog. He's looking pretty hungry. If you give a dog a donut, he'll ask for some apple juice to go with it. And when you give him the juice, he'll drink it all up. And then, well, he'll ask for more. There won't be any left, so he'll want to make his own. He'll go outside to pick some apples. And when he's up in the tree, he'll toss you one. And throwing that apple will make him think of baseball. He'll want to play. You'll have to get a ball and a glove. And of course, he'll also need a bat. He'll ask you to pitch. He'll hit a home run. And then he'll do a happy dance to celebrate. Dancing will make him hot and dusty, so he'll need some water. And he'll probably start a water fight. You'll have to dry him off with your bandana. He'll wrap it around his head and pretend that he's a pirate. Arr. And then he'll want to go on a treasure hunt. He'll find an old kite and want to make one himself. You'll have to get him some sticks, paper, and string. And when the kite is finished, he'll want to fly it. It will go higher and higher until it gets tangled up in the apple tree. The tree will remind him of apple juice, so he'll probably ask you for some. And chances are, if he asks for some apple juice, he'll want a donut to go with it. Do you like donuts? What's your favorite kind? What's your mommy's favorite kind? Or your daddy's? My favorite, well, I have two favorites. I like glazed a lot, and I like powdered sugar ones with jelly inside them, but I never eat them in public because I always wind up with powder on my nose. Let's do a finger play about something else you might eat, your hot dogs. Can you get them ready? I've got my 5 little hot dogs, they're cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So fold it down. 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. So how many are left? None. No little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the pan went bam. Well, our next donut story is a little bit silly. In fact, silly is one of the words in the title. This is called Norman, The Slug with the Silly Shell. This is written by Sue Hendra. She did the pictures too, and it's published by Aladdin. Norman the Slug thought snails were great. "Wow," said Norman, "look at them. They're amazing." And they were. Look at them making a pyramid. But unfortunately, the snails didn't think Norman was great. When he jumped on top of their pyramid, "Whee!" he said. Crash went the pyramid. "Norman, you silly slug," they cried. "You've spoiled our fun. This only works if you've got a shell." Norman felt left out. Sadly, he skulked off into the moonlight. "If only I had a shell of my own," he sighed, looking at his reflection. And that's when he had an idea. "Maybe I could have a shell after all," he thought. But finding a shell was not as easy as it seemed. One was too bouncy. That was a tennis ball. One was too noisy. That was an alarm clock. And one was already taken. There was a worm in that apple. Norman needed time to think. Do you see what I see? Right down here. Ta-da! A shell! It was perfect. Norman had never been happier. He could join the snails at last. Norman loved being a snail, and the snails loved Norman's silly shell. Look, he's part of the pyramid now. But the fun didn't last for long. Suddenly, there was a loud flapping of wings. "Look out! Bird!" cried the snails in panic. "Quick, slither for your lives, or we'll end up as supper." But the bird was more interested in Norman's silly shell. It looked delicious. Norman was being carried up, up and away, higher and higher into the sky. Oh, what could he do? Well, Norman did the only thing a slug could do. He made slime, lots and lots of it. And with a slither and a slother, a slip and a slide, Norman was free. But he was falling faster and faster and faster. Plunk! "Norman! Norman, are you okay?" asked the snails. "Wow," said Norman. "That was great. I love flying. Oh, if only I had wings." Ta-da! Silly Norman. Imagine using underwear for wings. Well, shall we do another finger play? Can we shake our sillies since that was such a silly story? Get ready. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out? Clap, clap, clap your crazies out. Clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out? Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stand up? Because it's time to jump our jiggles. Can you jump, jump, jump your jiggles out? Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Yawn your sleepies out. Yawn. Yawn your sleepies out. Yawn. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. Well, usually when you buy donuts at the store, you might buy one for yourself, or you might buy a whole dozen at a time. And this book is called Dozens of Doughnuts. It's written by Carrie Finison and illustrated by Bray and Farley. And this book is published by G.P. Putnam Sons. And look at all the donuts inside. Oh my. See, there's the glazed one that I like. And there's the jelly-filled powdered sugar one that gets powdered sugar on my nose. Early one morning, as autumn leaves scatter, Lou Ann's busy stirring a big bowl of batter. She'll eat some sweet treats, then warm and well-fed, she'll sleep away winter, tucked tight in her bed. Well, 1 dozen doughnuts hot from the pan, toasty and tasty, and all for ding dong. Woodrow, do you have enough for a neighbor to share? Sure, says Luann, and she pulls up a chair. 1 dozen doughnuts hot from the pan, half are for Woodrow and half for ding dong. Clyde? Luann, feeling generous, offers her plateful. Doughnuts? Oh, my favorite, says Clyde. I'm so grateful. You're welcome. Dig in. I'll make some more, says Luann, and she measures and mixes as fast as she can. Now 1 dozen doughnuts hot from the pan, a few for her friends, and a rest for ding dong. Topsy? I smelled something good. Can I hang for a while? Luann says, come in. But she lost her big smile. Delicious, cried Topsy. She gulps down a swallow. Luann's heart feels warm, but her belly feels hollow. 1 dozen doughnuts hot from the pan, some for each friend and the rest for ding dong. I don't know if you can see every time there's a tail outside that window. I wonder whose tail that is. Moufette? Now Moufette is so shy that she hides in a shrub. Luann heaves a sigh and says, come join the club. While her guests eat the doughnuts, Luann starts to worry. She cracks her last egg and pours milk in a hurry. The last dozen doughnuts hot from the pan, a pair for each friend, and means there's more for ding dong. Chip and Chomp? It sounds like a party. They both scamper in. They fill their cheeks. Now let winter begin. Woodrow pours cider. They all raise a toast. But Luann is fed up with her job as their host. She's ready to sleep through the snow, ice, and sleet, but winter is near and there's nothing to eat. Deep in her throat, there's a low, hungry grumble. It slowly grows louder. Her friends hear the rumble. One look at Luann and they dash for the door. After all, she's a bear and she's ready to roar. She fusses and flails and then slowly grows still. Snowflakes drift down. All is quiet until ding dong. Peeking outside, Luann blinks in surprise. Her friends have come back and they've all brought supplies. We counted the doughnuts you made us, So many. And that's when we noticed you didn't get any. We're sorry, Luann. So Topsy ties aprons and they prop Luann's feet. Chip measures, Chomp mixes, Moufette checks the heat. And then dozens of doughnuts hot from the pan stacked up in heaps, and they're all for Luann. But her friends have made more than enough for one bear. She has plenty to eat, and she's happy to share. That's the end. Oh, you remember up front, there are all those doughnuts? And now they're pretty much gone. Well, shall we have a finger play about somebody who's hungry? His name is Mr. Crocodile, and he would like to eat not doughnuts, but 5 monkeys that are up in a tree. So can you put them up? 5 little monkeys swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. He doesn't eat one, so you have to hide one of those monkeys. 4 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So hide another one. 3 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. 2 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So 1 little monkey is swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So now there are no little monkeys swinging in the tree. I'd better watch out so he won't catch me. And we're going to have a story about Little Red, who doesn't want to get caught by a lion, a very hungry lion. This is called Little Red and the Very Hungry Lion. It's written and illustrated by Alex T. Smith, and it's published by Scholastic Press. Now this is Little Red, and today she's going to be gobbled up by a lion. And this is the lion. Well, that's what he thinks he's going to do. That's what he thinks is going to happen. Now, one hot morning, Auntie Rosie woke up covered in spots. There was only one thing for them, spot medicine. So ring, 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 ring. Oh dear, said Little Red when she heard the news. I'll come right away. So she put some spot medicine in her basket and waved goodbye to her daddy. Now it was a long way to Auntie Rosie's house. Little Red walked under the giraffes, over the sleeping crocodiles, and past the chattering monkeys. She crept around the termite mounds and under the leaping gazelles, and then she caught a ride on an elephant. She wriggled her way through the hippos and warthogs, and she waved hello to the meerkats. And then she sat down in the shade of a shady tree, and that's when the lion arrived, the very hungry lion. Oh, hello, purred the lion. Where are you going? To visit my auntie, who is covered in spots, said Little Red. And in the time it took for his tummy to rumble, the very hungry lion had cooked up a very naughty plan. There's this very clever plan, is what he thinks. First, he's going to sneak off to Aunt Rosie's house. He's going to hide her in a cabinet. He's going to dress up as Auntie Rosie and wait a bit. And then he was going to jump up and eat Little Red. And then he would eat Aunt Rosie for dessert. Oh, well done, he thought. You were a very clever lion. And he rushed off to put his plan into action. Now, when he arrived, the very hungry lion stuffed Auntie Rosie into the cabinet and locked the door. Then he squeezed himself into one of her nightgowns and covered himself all over with spots. Well, of course, when Little Red arrived, she realized right away that wasn't Auntie Rosie sitting in bed. She quickly looked around and she spotted her auntie peek through a gap in the cabinet. Then Little Red decided that she was going to teach that naughty lion a lesson. "Oh, Auntie," cried Little Red, "what tangled hair you have!" And before the very hungry lion could even lick his lips, Little Red had brushed and combed and twisted and braided until the lion had a very lovely new look. Ta-da! This had not been part of Lion's plan. So he opened his mouth wide. And, ooh, disgusting, shouted Little Red. "What gigantic, grimy teeth you have, Auntie." When Little Red made the very hungry lion brush, brush, brush until his teeth sparkled. "Oh, Auntie," sighed Little Red, "what an old nightgown you're wearing." And before the very hungry lion knew it, Little Red had found a much prettier dress for him to wear. What do you think? That had not been part of the lion's plan either. "Stop!" he shouted. "I am a very hungry lion and my tummy is grumbling." Now Little Red pointed her finger. "Well, trying to eat children and aunties is very naughty. And if you were hungry, all you had to do was ask for some food." Well, the very hungry lion let Auntie Rosie out of the cabinet and said sorry, ever so politely. Little Red gave Auntie Rosie the spot medicine, which worked immediately. And then the three of them gobbled up a whole basket of doughnuts together. Lion had 5. And soon it was beginning to get dark, so the lion walked all the way back home with Little Red on his very best behavior. He promised to never, ever, ever try to eat another auntie or any children. But he might be tempted to eat Daddy. No, bad kitty. Bad kitty indeed. Our flannel board story today is called "I'll Wait, Mr. Panda," from the book by Steve Antony. And guess what? It's about donuts. So let's meet Mr. Panda. And you can see that he has his bowl and his mixing spoon. So he's making up a batch of donuts. "What are you making, Mr. Panda?" "Wait and see. It's a surprise." "No, I will not wait. Goodbye," said Llama. But "I'll wait, Mr. Panda," said the penguin. Along came Anteater. "Are you making cookies, Mr. Panda?" "Wait and see. It's a surprise." No, waiting is too hard. Goodbye." But Penguin said, "I'll wait, Mr. Panda." Then Rabbit popped up out of a hole. "Are you making cupcakes, Mr. Panda?" "Wait and see. It's a surprise." "No, I'm done waiting. Goodbye," said Rabbit. But Penguin said, "I'll wait, Mr. Panda." Then Bird came along. "Is it ready, Mr. Panda?" "No, wait here." "Oh, I don't like waiting. Goodbye." And Bird went off. But little penguin shouted, "I'll wait, Mr. Panda." "I'm waiting, Mr. Panda." And Mr. Panda came back with a surprise. "Wow," said little penguin. "It was worth the wait." "I know," said Mr. Panda. "Thank you, Mr. Panda. I can't wait to eat it." Well, those are our delicious donut stories for today. So my donut monster and I want to thank you for coming to join us, and we'll be back another time with some more stories.